Hey guys, finally I'm getting the chance to try the NATASHA DENONA My Dream Collection. This was just sent to me in PR. I just got the box. I just sat down, just opened everything up and took a look at everything, make sure it was all, safe and sound, delivered in one piece. So we're going to be talking about the My Dream Cheek Trio, the My Dream palette. I'm so excited for this. And then we've got an I Need a Nude lipstick, an I Need a Nude lip liner, and an I Need a Nude lip gloss. So we're going to be putting all of this stuff on, and I already have foundation and powder down. So we're going to jump right into this My Dream Cheek Trio. It's a blush and highlighter palette. Here is a close look at the packaging. I love all of this packaging. It has like a nude color, it has a matte, sort of soft matte touch to it, and then she's got these black shiny paint splatters everywhere. It's so 80s. I'm pretty sure I had a sweatshirt that looked like the cover of this, like it was a white sweatshirt with black splatters on it and maybe some other neon colors. Anyway, here it is on the inside. So we've got 3 products, a cream blush, a glow cream base, and a dream glow. So here are swatches of all 3. And when I first dipped my finger into cream blush, I thought, this feels like a powder, but actually once you kind of get past the first layer, you do start to feel a little bit of the creaminess of this blush. So it's a really interesting formula. And the glow cream base, as you can see in this swatch, it's fairly sheer. So it's, I think, meant to be like layered underneath other products. And then we have a Dream Glow, which is a pretty typical like NATASHA DENONA, really high shine highlighter. It has a creamy feel to it as well. Yeah, let's just go ahead and start with this and then we'll move on to the eyeshadow palette. So I'm gonna start with like a dense kind of kabuki brush. This is a Rephr number 17 brush. And I'm gonna go into the Glow Cream Base first. I wanna see how this layers over some powder that I have down. So I'm just gonna put this like all over my cheek, and this will give any product I put on top of it a little bit of a head start, if you will, in terms of glow and shine. So there it is all over my cheek. I think you can see it right there. And here's my cheek with nothing on it. Yeah, so I've got a nice sheen going, really pretty. And of course, you could use this as sort of a light highlighter if you didn't want to do anything too blingy. I think this is a really nice option, especially if you're into cream products. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. And I'm just sort of stippling because I do have powder down. I put powder down to set my foundation, and I don't really want to, swipe too hard putting a cream on top of powder. So I'm just kind of stippling here. Oh, beautiful. It really makes my cheek look smooth. I was afraid putting something like this by like this area where I have larger pores was going to accentuate it, but it actually looks very, very smooth over that area. Oh, nice. It's like giving my cheeks like a glossy kind of finish. It was pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay. Next, I am going to apply the cream blush, and I'm actually going to use my finger. I'm just curious how this applies with the finger. And yeah, it's such an interesting formula. It does at first feel a little powdery, and then once you work your finger in there, you kind of keep picking up product, it starts to feel creamy. It's so interesting. Anyway, let's give it a shot. Here is the shade again. And I really like this kind of like dusty rose. I think I'm definitely going to want to try this with a brush though. I feel like I had to kind of tap this quite a bit to blend it in. And I think with a brush, it would probably be a little bit faster, a little bit more seamless. So let's try it with a brush. I'm going to use this Wang number 12 brush. Pick up some of the product, picks up very easily on the brush. And just going to sweep. Oh yeah, yeah. Much, much better with a brush. I definitely recommend applying with a brush versus fingers. Yeah, it just goes on so much more seamlessly and quickly. So there's the blush. Really pretty, very pretty, like neutral color. I'm definitely going to be able to wear this blush with like any number of different eyeshadows, cool or warm, since it's so neutral. Okay, All right, let's try the Dream Glow, the highlighter. And I'm going to take this BK Beauty A507 brush. It may be a little bit too big, but I've literally run out of clean brushes. So I think this will be fine. And I'm kind of in the mood for a lot of highlighter today. I don't know. All right, just going to brush it right on top here. Oh, yeah. Very Natasha Denona. Very, very Natasha Denona highlighter. That is really intense. I may have to blend that out a little bit with this kabuki brush that I used with the base, the glow base. Very intense highlighter. Well, that does not disappoint. I think this is very much in tune and aligned with Natasha Denona. Like her I Need a Glow highlights, the ones in like the bigger kind of like blush pan. Yeah, really similar finish to those. Gorgeous. And if you have a similar skin tone to me, all of these products work pretty well. So this highlight definitely works for my skin tone. It's not too light, it's not too deep. The blush, I think, works as well. So awesome. All right, that is the My Dream Cheek Trio from Natasha Denona. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to throw on some Tom Ford Fiber Brow Gel into my brows. And then let's move on to the My Dream palette. So here's a close look at the outer packaging. Again, just, you know, a bigger version of the blush and highlighter palette. And here is a look at the palette on the inside. And I will say, in pictures and even in this like shot I'm showing you, this palette in person is much more vibrant. There's like much more of a contrast between all of the shades in here, where I feel like all the promo pics I've seen, what I'm shooting here for you, I think there's something about like the camera lens and how it's translating this. It just makes it look a little bit more kind of like just a little bit flatter, a little bit less contrast. Yeah, in person, this just looks so much more vibrant. So here are some swatches, which I think may illustrate my point a little bit more, because I really didn't think that there was going to be quite this variety. I mean, even though there's 15 shades in here and that's what you would expect, I don't know. I just looked at those promo pics and I kept thinking, oh, okay, kind of like a purpley cool toned palette. And it just kind of reminded me of the retro palette. But this is actually quite different. This really has quite a range. There's cool tones, there's warm tones, of course, a bunch of different finishes. And there's definitely some pinks and purples in here, but there's a lot of like neutrals. There's a lot of taupes in here, which you guys know I love. There's golds. It's almost like she took a little bit from all of her previous palettes and threw them in here, because I see a little bit of the bronze palette. I definitely see a little bit of the Glam palette in here with like some of the cooler toned like taupey shades. I definitely see some of the retro palette in here. And then I see a little bit of the very first palette I got from Natasha Denona, which is the Star palette. It was the one that had an interesting layout. I think it was like 9 and 9 shades, 18 altogether. I see a little bit of that in this palette. So I have to say, in person, I am much more inspired by this palette than I was seeing the pictures. Anyway, here are the swatches. I basically went from left to right, top to bottom. So first we have Black is Black, which is a creamy matte, Aspiration, creamy matte, Serenity, which is a duochrome, Carpe Diem, which is a creamy matte, Babies, which is a metallic, and then we have Instinct, which is a cream to powder. We have Thrill, which is a duochrome, Unity, which is a creamy matte, Risk, which is a metallic, Invention, which is a duochrome, Vision, which is a multichrome, Edgy, which is a creamy powder, Spontaneous, which is metallic, Nurture, which is a creamy matte, and Familia, which is a creamy matte. All right, I'm going to start with Nurture at the bottom here. That is a matte shade, and I'm just using a flat shader here. I'm going to lay down a light layer of this shadow all over my lid. Just kind of give me a starting point. Ooh, blends out beautifully. And I failed to mention, I feel like, you know, I'm pretty late to the game on this on this video. You guys have probably seen a gazillion videos on this already, but this eyeshadow palette is one of her midi sizes. So this is going to be priced, I think she just raised the prices. They used to be $65, maybe now they're $68 or $69, but these are not one of her like $125 or $129 palettes, which are larger. Okay, so there is the Nurture Matte Shade just sort of all over. Where should I go? I think I want to try, I want to try Serenity. That's like a metallic taupe shade. I'm just going to add this a little bit to like the inner corners of my eyes. Just going to give my lids a little bit of shine there. And then I want to use this edgy shade, this really, really deep, like blackened plum shade. It's just calling my name. And I'm going to use this small shader brush from BK Beauty. Go into edgy. And I'm going to add this to the outer corner. Just deepen up this lash line a little bit. And despite it being super dark in the pan, I feel like it brightens up quite a bit on your lid. I'm sure once I keep layering it, it'll get darker, but you can apply it for like a pretty true like purple here. All right, a little bit of purple there on the outer corners. I'm really interested in this Vision color because every time I've seen pictures of this, I see it in the viewfinder, it looks pink, but in person it looks green. So we've got a multi-chrome situation going on here. So I really want to get that on my lids just to see how that looks. So I've got my A505 brush here from BK Beauty. Gonna go into this Vision shade, this multi-chrome shade. Ooh, it's kind of soft. And I'm gonna paint that right onto the center of my lid here. Ooh. Wow, okay. It's so funny. Now that I have it on my lid, when I look at it, it looks more pink. And then I think in the viewfinder, it looks more green. Oh, these multi-chrome shades. So much fun. Wow, that shade is beautiful. Whew. Yes, yes, yes. Wow. Just sort of blending it over that purple shade. It really looks different from every angle. I really hope it's translating on camera. Wow, that's something else. Really gorgeous. Okay, I don't know how much more I can fit on here. And I'm deciding between the black or the brown. I really love that she added these two matte shades that you can use as a liner or just, you know, shades like right along your lash line to kind of like smoke things out. I think I'm going to go for the black. I know that's aggressive. It's aggressive and it's early in the morning, but I'm going to go for it. So I'm going to use this brush from Esom. This is like a domed, kind of like a fat pencil brush. This is the V31 brush. And Natasha Denona has those single black shadows that are pretty big, and they're called Blackest Black. So I'm assuming this is the same thing. And I'm just blending it over that purpley shade so there isn't like a distinct line between the black and the purple in the outer corner here. Such a great sooty shade. All right, and I'm gonna grab just a little bit of it and drag it along my lower lash line here. I am ready for spooky season. All right, that is it for the eyeshadow. Fun. Yeah, I'm really finding this palette pretty inspirational. I look at the layout of these shades and you can really do just a really nice kind of everyday, daytime, office appropriate kind of look over here. And then these are really dramatic with this multi-chrome at the bottom. It's really, really pleasant to look at. It's inspirational, like I've said, and I feel like the layout and the color variety, this is a really beautiful palette. And it's just, yeah, it's just so much more vibrant in person than it is in the pictures that I've seen. I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes and add the Tower 28 mascara. I've really been enjoying this one. And let's move on to the lips. So I don't believe these are new shades. Actually, let me look that up right now because they sounded familiar to me. Yes, so this lip liner is NP1 Natasha, and this is part of her like regular I Need a Nude lip liner line. So I think they just included into this My Dream collection. So this is kind of like a re-promote. And then this My Dream lipstick is NATASHA 11NB. And I think this is also a re-promote of an existing lipstick shade that is part of her I Need a Nude lipstick line. And then as far as lip gloss is concerned, I'm not exactly sure. I don't see a listing for these lip glosses. And I'm not that familiar with NATASHA Denona lip glosses. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that. I wanted to get that out of the way. But here is a close look at the lipstick. And again, this is the shade NATASHA 11NB. And then here's a look at the lip liner, which is again NP1 NATASHA. And then here is a close look at the My Dream lip gloss. And I think that is just the shade name. Here are swatches of all three. So I've got the lip liner on the left, the lipstick in NATASHA in the center, and then the lip gloss over on the right. All right, gonna apply this lip liner. I love these I Need a Nude lip liners. They're some of my favorite. Okay, lip liner is applied. Gonna apply the lipstick now. Oh, wow. I love this color. It is neutral, definitely cool leaning, and it's so great with a smoky eye. I love a smoky eye and kind of like a nuder lip. Oh wow, that's amazing. So I was just gonna layer the lip gloss on top, but I don't think you're gonna get a good sense of it. So let me take off this lipstick and then we can put the lip gloss on top of the lip liner. Okay, lip liner is reapplied and throw on the gloss. Oh, pretty. I would say it has like a medium level of pigmentation. It's not a super sheer gloss. It's not a super highly pigmented gloss. I definitely feel like I can see my lips through it. And it's really nice. It has like a decent amount of shine. It's not super glossy, which I happen to like this kind of toned down, like satin finish kind of gloss. The color is beautiful. Goes with the lip liner like perfectly. And it is less of a dramatic look than the lipstick. The lipstick is a very like almost like concealer lip kind of look. So if you want something a little bit lighter, this lip gloss is probably the option for you. And it's not sticky, you know, you don't see my lips kind of sticking together. Yeah, just a really nice texture. All right, I'm actually gonna dab some more of this lipstick back onto my lips because I just really like that kind of dramatic look. Yeah, I just threw it on top of the gloss. Really pretty. Now I feel like with such a like pale lip and kind of a dramatic eye, I need a little bit more blush. I feel like the blush has been lost. So I'm going back in here. Just gonna pick up a little bit more. Just to kind of balance things out a little bit here. There we go. Just a little bit. Well, those are all of the products from the My Dream collection from NATASHA Denona. I love everything. I love it all. I think it's really, really beautiful. The blushes, the highlights, really gorgeous. This eyeshadow palette, it's so much more beautiful in person. It's so much more interesting looking in person, I think, than the promo pics. So just my thought, I love this kind of dramatic eye look. It's dramatic for me, that's for sure. And this lip trio, you guys know, this is like so up my alley. I just love this kind of like neutral, cool toned lip. I just feel like it's so dramatic without being like a bright red or just something really expected. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video.